right, spoilers ahead for My Hero Academia, episode 23, which we're deep into season 2 now. And this is Todoroki versus Deku. It's essentially this entire episode. And the majority of the fight, for being two of the stronger and more agile characters, I thought it was kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
You know, So Todoroki tries to repeat what happened in the Sero fight, where he just freezes everything, and Deku uses I almost call it all for one for all to fend off the ice barrage, but in the process breaks a finger. And each time Todoroki shoots ice at him, they're both just standing across the field from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Todoroki shoots ice, Deku breaks a finger. Go ahead.
Yeah, they explain it away, and this was a kind of an annoying part because Midori's like, "Oh, Todoroki uses the power so fast, I haven't had a chance to get a plan yet." Like, what are you talking about? He waves his hand and ice shows up.
Yeah,
it's like he's literally standing there shooting out ice. Like, what speed are you talking about?
Right. The speed that you can't sit there while he does it because you are sitting here and we're watching.
I don't know why Deku went back to being like he used his power like twice already without hurting himself, and this episode he just literally 0 times he uses his power without hurting himself. Like I could see if he was like kind of hit or miss or trying to get the power level right, but he just didn't even try. He's just straight up nurpling himself.
Yeah, and he could have at least tried to use some speed and. Because he pushed the other guy out of the ring. Like, what's the end game of you standing across and just breaking your fingers? He
can't risk getting close to him because, I mean, Todoroki can freeze things by touching them too.
Right.
So I think his whole thing was to try and blast him out of the ring.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand why. Like, he's using One for All to just straight up destroy that ice. But literally none of it goes back towards Todoroki.
Right.
Like I feel like his whole thing should be like, okay, here comes the ice. I'm gonna try and pick out a piece of it and just beat him about the face with 400 pounds of his own igloo.
Right, and another thing is he's not using One for All unless in defense, because his blasts were creating so much wind through Todoroki's ice that it was pushing him back. Why not break a finger before he attacks? If you're going to break them all, do it on the offense. Make him have to be on the defense because you're just standing across, letting him shoot ice, and you're breaking your fingers. Like, zip about, use your feet, stay on his fire side if he's going to be a dick and not use his full powers and to get back at Daddy. Take advantage of it. Stay on that side. That's what he did in the cavalry battle, if you remember.
When he was 10 times stronger last episode. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's like just stay on the fire side. He wants to be a brat, so take advantage of it. Stop trying to stand across from him, break your fingers, and then lecture him about not using his full powers. It's like, do you even want to win this, freaking slug?
Yeah, like I'm sorry. Why are you talking during a fight?
Yeah. Not only talking, but
just imagine, if you're a coach, right?
Yeah.
And you're coaching a boxer, and he stops punching the other guy to ask him to, hey, you're not punching as good as I've seen you punch before.
Yeah.
You need to punch me better.
And also,
like, hey,
I'm
shut up. You're in a
hook.
fight.
Yeah.
You're in a fight, right?
You haven't been using your jab this match, and you're really good at the jab, so please use it so I can lose. It's like, wait, friggin' idiot. I know he's trying to be Mr. Hero and everything, but it's really bad strategy. And so after all this finger breaking and stuff,
I mean,
Todoroki.
So he wants Todoroki. Okay, I got to get on this. He wants Todoroki to use his full power, but he's not using his. I could see if he's mad at him and still trying to win, but he's not trying to win himself.
Yeah,
we're all doing our best except for me.
Yeah,
everyone except me and you is doing our best right now.
And Todoroki also takes the moment to say he's furious I'm not using his power. It's like you're looking up at your dad. This Deku is top 3 or 4, I'd say, being, you know, easily in this class for speed, right? It's between Ida,
No,
Bakugo.
he has no, his only speed boost is if he breaks his legs so
Oh,
far.
he has to break him at this point. Okay.
So he is like one of the slowest ones, and he's one of the slowest ones in
Okay.
the class.
That makes more sense because I'm like, why don't you just zip around him? Okay, it makes a little more sense now. But he at
But
least has to maneuver.
he's still in shape. Like
Yeah,
he could theoretically jump out of the way of the ice, like, once or twice.
right.
Like if he was able to throw the ice back at Todoroki and make him use it defensively
Yeah,
and dodge side to side, I feel like they'd have a decent fight. So it's like, oh, is he going to use his finger and throw it back at me? So I have to be careful, or do I need to do it fast because he's going to jump out of the way?
right.
But no, he just literally just hurts himself. The dumbest thing in the entire episode was, "You haven't even put a scratch on me," says the guy who can barely move.
Yeah,
I'm
Deku
just
is
like, listen
damaging
here, you little
himself.
shit.
Yeah, it's like, again, we'll go back to your boxing match reference. It's like we're standing across from each other, Jeremy. I haven't punched you yet, but you're just punching yourself in the face. I'm still winning. It's like,
Let me
oh,
show you
my
how to
nose
punch
is broken, but you didn't do it. Wait.
me. One of us has to punch me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think early episode Bakugo's like, "Oh, you can't just use your quirk nonstop." That's literally his entire. That's all he ever does. He just uses his quirk nonstop. Bakugo has never run out of explosions.
right.
I,
Because it's that good, right?
yeah, but it just pisses me off that they try and make it seem like his IQ is above room temperature.
Yeah.
Or if they want to do that, at least write it that way.
Right.
I mean, you can't write an asshole character that also does things intelligently. I feel like you should be able to write an asshole character that isn't stupid. Just try it, for me.
It's just once. Just once. There's one point where Deku seems like he's out of fingers and Todoroki shoots another ice blast. And Deku double breaks a finger. And you can see on his hand, one is like almost completely black and the others are purple.
Yeah, he basically Kaiokens it.
Yep.
Oh, Kaioken times 4. That's not good enough. Kaioken times 10. Oh, shit, he got me. What's he got to do next?
He can see that Todoroki's starting to like get a frost buildup because he's not using the fire to balance it out. And essentially, Todoroki uses the fire and wins the match. That's 23. Do you have anything for 23?
Yeah, you missed the best part of the whole episode.
Sure.
As soon as Todoroki starts doing his firebender shit, Endeavor starts walking down the stairs yelling at him like, "Yes! Now you will become my creation!" And he's just in the middle of the number 2 superhero. Imagine. Okay, so name like the most famous and second most famous people in a sport.
Yeah. Michael Jordan.
And who's
Kobe
the second?
Bryant. Shaq. Shaq. There you go.
Okay, so so let's say
Michael Jordan's Endeavor for sure.
yeah, let's say Shaq is standing in a basketball stadium and no one's asking for his autograph because they're so enraptured with this basketball game.
Yeah.
And then Kobe does this awesome trick and Shaq just starts yelling and running towards the court side. That's going to be on the news. Like, think about how weird it is that the second most popular hero is being absolutely ignored by this crowd of unanimated spectators. It's just such there's a lot of world building in terms of the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most shows are guilty of the same, half of a spectator crime. But the fact that there's so many characters that makes all of the non-characters stick out a lot more.
Yeah. That's fair. It's cyberpunk. If you're not part of the story, you're literally nothing. There was another point, I believe it was in this episode, where they do another flashback to see what happened after Todoroki was scalded by the mother's boiling pot, and Endeavor had her put away. And he goes,
which is the only good thing he's done so far.
Yeah.
Like they make that seem like where he like, oh, that explains it. Like, I mean, okay, even if she was really mad at the dad, you don't pour boiling water on a child. I mean,
right.
I mean, I'm gonna stand at the Twitter mob on this one.
Yep. It's like all he had to do was call CP. What is it? CPS, Child Protective Services. It's like, yeah, she scalded our kid's face with boiling water. Take her away. But
well, I mean, he could have had her sent to like a real jail. He had her put into like a $20,000 a week hospital.
Yeah.
He could have put her in like the Orange is the New Black jail.
Yeah, or a mental institution. Either way, she's gone.
I mean, we established that Endeavor has done some really messed up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the whole show kind of takes away the agency of his mother. I mean, oh, I've been abused, so I'm going to abuse a child.
Mm-hmm.
So would that make so if Endeavor was abused as a child, would that make him not a bad guy?
Right.
And he's like, he has the nice good guy music when he shows up, like the mom does. No, I'm sorry. How do you like it? Like they show the mother as this figure that isn't a monster who poured boiling water on a child.
Right. It's
no matter what's been done to you, there's no explanation that makes you not a monster for that, unless the thing done to you was like a brain control chip or something like that. Like, if there's a worm in your head that made you do it, like the rat on Ratatouille, then okay, that's not your fault.
Yeah,
but
or
it's
the
like,
dude.
oh, your dad is mean. He says mean things. And I don't know. Did he beat her? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the full abuse. I know he was like demanding and disapproving and like emotionally abusive.
Yeah.
Even if he was physically and emotionally abusive, I feel like
it's not the kid's fault.
Yeah.
Or if what's his name? What's the dude's name that can control? If Tailboy
she should have tried some makeup to cover up the red.
If Tailboy had literally told her a couple minutes ago not to answer what's his nuts' questions, and she answered it, it's still on her. And he caused her to pour boiling water. Oh man, I don't know why I can't remember his name, but do you have anything else on this episode?
Yeah. Deku wins the stupid prize.
Yeah. Again, second fight in a row.
Oh man, you can really tell he's All Might's All Might's protege.
Yep.
Fucking Velcro shoes wearing.